Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Leo in the month of April 2019. Hi, Leo. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, boy. April has hit us. Thank God, guys. Thank God. I don't know about you guys, but Mercury retrograde there in March was pretty tough. I am recording this at the end of March, so it's still lingering around. There's a lot of people I know got hit pretty hard with this thing, so hopefully it wasn't too harsh on you, but if it was, hopefully you're seeing some relief and some reprieve right now. Yeah, so roll on April, man. Let's get out of that BS that was happening for us in March. All right, Leo, so shuffled ahead, so that's your main spread there. We're going to shuffle now for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up, that is when the reading begins. If you've been here before or if you're new, this information applies to you too. You know that there will be a link in the description box. A timestamp will be down there, not a link. If you want to jump ahead in the reading, there will be a timestamp for you. Also down there is the information that you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. So regarding that, my friends, my Leos, listen, I've had this channel for a year. Happy anniversary to me. I started it in April 2018, and it's gone pretty dang well so far. And because it's gone well, and because, you know, I'm interested in seeing my channel grow, and I'm interested in, you know, reaching out and providing better services to people, the actual change is going to happen to the pricing of the readings. I'm actually going to probably introduce two specific types of readings and introduce pricing for them, and then for the general readings that I do now, which usually run about 35-45 minutes, sometimes more, that price is going to go up. So Leo, if you want to get a reading with me, if you've never gotten a reading with me, I would suggest doing it now. I'm probably going to introduce the new pricings in June. If I was really proactive, I would do it in May, but I know who I am. June is probably the best time for me to do that. So if you are interested in getting a reading, I would suggest doing it soon before the prices go up, because who wants to pay more for something? You know, even I don't want to pay more for anything. So I totally understand. So yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead and jump on the train, okay? All right, so enough of the babbling, enough of the announcements, which I'm sure half of you haven't listened to anyway. And let's get your outcome and your overall for April, okay? Give me the outcome for Leo in April 2019, please. Outcome for Leo in April 2019, please. Oh my gosh. There it goes. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Where's that card? There it is. Come here. Okay. And let's flip the rest and see what came out for you, Leo. Oh boy. Oh my. Well. A lot of blue. A lot of blue. That's my first impression. Okay. Please show me Leo in April 2019. Please show me Leo in April 2019. Please show me Leo in April. Okay, thank you. Whew. Right here. All right, Leo, coming into April, you come in with the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so like when I ask for where the Zodiac is, there's usually like a speed to whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm experiencing. I can't really describe it. This was very slow. Like when I asked where's Leo, the hit came slowly. It was like, I don't know. It was just really toned down the way it came to me. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. But with the Seven of Pentacles, in terms of speed, in terms of like movement, pretty much nothing. Yeah? This person is standing in this destitute, desolate landscape. Pretty sorrowful or mournful, right? And, you know, traditionally when we see the Seven of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck, especially, we see a guy, he's standing in a garden next to a bush with like lots of pentacles in it, and he's standing there and he's analyzing them, he's studying them, he's considering them. And there's a little bit of that here, so there's a bit of that traditional understanding of the Seven of Pentacles if you're familiar with that card. But here, Leo, I think you're looking at what is barren, what's not giving fruit, what's not giving you what you want, and you're kind of reluctant to move away. Or, you know, like I was kind of saying a second ago, you're kind of looking and considering, what can I, like, analyzing and considering what there actually is in front of you. You know, there's a need or a fixation, more than a need, there's a fixation on looking at what's around you, you know, in terms of pentacles, your physical space, maybe your money, right? Your job, whatever. Looking around and really considering what you have, what you tangibly have, what you have access to, what you can be secure in, yeah? What you can be secure in. What is absolutely, positively in your grasp. And many of you are going to feel like it's not that much. And that might be true. But the idea that there's nothing is not true. So those who are thinking like you have nothing, no options, no money, no support, no, like I said, tangible items. So maybe you don't own certain things, or you don't have many possessions, and you feel like, you know, you're just the poorest person, or you're just the most disadvantaged person. That is not true. So those who are like really thinking I have nothing, incorrect. They want me to say that. But for those who aren't at that extreme, there's still this evaluation. There's still this like hopefulness. And I don't know if it's coming from you, Leo. I don't know if it's coming from the universe, from God, from spirit, from your guides, whoever you believe in, whatever you don't believe in. I'm not sure. But there is this whole, don't throw it away. Don't toss it out. Whatever that means to you, don't throw it away. Maybe it's your hope. Maybe it's the work, because we're talking about pentacles, like not work as far as just a job, but work as an effort. So don't throw the effort away. Because despite the landscape in this card, and despite some of these pentacles, like this one here in the ground where my thumb is, it's like chipped. The ones in this guy's hand and several others that are in the ground are viable. But it's like this perception or this attitude, and it feels like, it's not enough. It's not what you expected. You feel pessimistic, or you're lacking in, you know, enthusiasm, or you're lacking the will or the desire or effort to put towards something more. This is a lot. Just to have a Seven of Pentacles as your starting energy, there's a lot here where I feel, Leo, you're kind of, you might not know if you're coming or going. You might not know, should I go left, should I go right? And you're kind of at this indecision point, or this point of strictly just analyzing the situation and not making a move forwards or backwards, right? So that's how you come in, because, you know, we've got 5 other cards to move through. So that's where you are. You're standing, you're analyzing, you're feeling the situation out, you're trying to be practical about it. Pentacles deal with practicality, or deals with, you know, tangible ways or measurable ways of of dealing with a situation, you know, rationality, practicality, all that kind of stuff, yeah? So that's where you start. Oh, what else do we have? Right, so I think here, the basis of it, for some of you, if not all of you, is going to be the Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups. Now, this guy, or this card, is... obviously, we're dealing with some emotional disappointment. Emotional dissatisfaction is more the case, though, because, again, you know, if you've been with me for a while, you know I like to shuffle, no pun intended, but I like to shuffle my decks around. I like to get different feels every time I do a reading because, you know, the Rider-Waite deck is great, but it's very limited in its depictions. And in this one, this man is just sitting on a stump or whatever, a log, and he's really mourning the loss of whatever he had before, right? This guy, he dresses kind of snazzy. He's got a wrecked rescue boat or lifeboat behind him. So I'm thinking, when I see this guy, he really had it all, right? Emotionally, especially, because we're talking about cups. He really had it all. And now he doesn't really have it. So what am I talking about? Emotional contentment and satisfaction. Feeling fulfilled. Gone. Yeah? And that's true. That's absolutely true and in line with the traditional Rider-Waite interpretation, okay? But the difference in this card and the traditional Rider-Waite or other decks that depict a similar image is that this man sits. He doesn't move. He's sitting there. He's stewing in it. He's wallowing in it. And for you, Leo, that's a terrible place to be in. I totally get it. And so I'm really drawn to the level of inaction here, coupled with what we were just talking about in the Seven of Pentacles, where this person is standing and analyzing, standing and sort of observing and not making a move one way or the other. And again, that's affirmed down here. So in your practical 3D realm, your Pentacles realm, you're not moving. In your emotional realm, you're not moving either. In both places, you're just looking at whatever's in front of you, and that's it. Stuck, stuck, stuck. There is, for some of you, not all, and maybe that's just how you're viewing yourselves, but maybe that's, you know, a delusion. I feel that some of you want to move. I think some of you want to, because again, that traditional interpretation of this card is getting up and walking away from, or, you know, journeying away from what no longer satisfies you, actively seeking what will, you know, lift you up or get you back into a place of feeling fulfilled, right? Again, he's sitting. He's not doing anything. I think some of you believe you're moving, that you are journeying, that you are seeking. And oh, okay, there, thank you. Maybe it's a half an effort. Half an effort is how they're bringing that across to me. So maybe for some of you, perhaps you're dissatisfied with your job. It's not giving you money that you can save. It's not providing you health care, whatever. But for the time being, you're going to stay there because you're not a fool and you're not just going to like willy-nilly quit your job, right? And it doesn't emotionally satisfy you. You don't feel valued. You don't feel, you know, connected with your coworkers or connected with the work you do, etc., right? And so your intention between both of these cards, this is just an example, by the way, is to get a new job. Find a job that fulfills you. Find a job where you feel valued and your skills are utilized, all that stuff. That's your desire, Leo. But how it manifests, or how it's coming across in this reading at least, is you're not doing much to make that happen, to get a new job, to see yourself, you know, respected or appreciated, even if you don't want to leave your job, even if you want it in your current job, there isn't much that you're doing to help your cause. Yeah? So know that sounds a little blamey, but, you know, kind of tarot is a tool for us to see a little bit of what's the quote unquote truth. And I feel it. It's just like, you know, we could be doing more. Like, Leo, could you be doing more? Ask yourself that question. Could I be doing more to get whatever I'm desiring? A new job, new relationship, reestablishing a relationship, opening myself up to opportunities, getting my finances in order, whatever you want to do, Leo. Could you be doing more? Possibly. Possibly. And it doesn't have to be much. You know, in terms of like a new job, finding a new job, obviously in this day and age, jobs don't fall into our laps. But, you know, so what you have to do is pretty simple. Update your resume, upload it to a job site. Maybe that's all you need. Maybe you don't need to, you know, like contact hiring managers. Maybe you don't need to, you know, actively apply. Sometimes just the upload, if your resume is sharp enough, if it's polished enough and you have enough, you know, connections on LinkedIn and all that other kind of crap, sometimes a job offer will come to you. But if you haven't uploaded your resume, if you haven't updated it, if you haven't clicked the little option on the site that says, do you want us to, you know, show your resume to active recruiters? If you don't select that, then it can't happen. So that's a caveat for some of you, because I feel like, again, a lot of this is perception. I'm going to say that. A lot of this is perception. I think a lot of Leos right now are feeling like, but I am doing something. I am doing this. I am doing that. Okay. Do just a smidge more and see what happens. It's kind of what I'm feeling. So again, I don't want it to be like a blame game thing, but like they're kind of coming in here with like a little bit of a hammer. Like I feel like there's a little bit of a hammer, like a little hammer, like not a big sledgehammer, not a industrial sized hammer or a sledgehammer, but it's like one of those little, like, I don't even know. I'm not a carpenter or anything, so I don't know. But there's like small hammers with like small hammer heads on them. This is a small hammer for you, Leo. Okay. So I think that's kind of where you're standing. You're kind of just in this paused or, you know, stationary position. Yeah, and I think this is how you... I think this is sort of like the result of what you're doing. It's like a concurrent result. Yeah? Thank you. So maybe this is sort of what you're doing, and this is how it's coming across. Okay? So maybe we could think of it that way. Emperor in reverse. I'll show you this card upright so you can become used to it. Card of Aries in the Major Arcana. So you might be dealing with an Aries. There might be an Aries of significance around you, but it does not have to be. But in reverse, wow. So Aries in reverse, or excuse me, Emperor energy in reverse, excuse me. Ah, man. Like a lack of control, a lack of assertion, a lack of authority, not really being the boss the way you could be, Leo. And I don't usually say the Emperor is a boss, because boss, the way I say it and why I say it that way, it just means something to me personally, where it's just about this incredible attunement with agency and independence, and just like, I don't give a shit about what anybody else says, but respectfully. Yeah, I respectfully decline your input into my life, right? In this reverse position, there's a lack of that. There's a reduction in that. You are not necessarily impressionable. I don't really see or feel people coming to you, giving you advice, and you saying, okay, I'll do it. I'll do whatever you say. No, I feel that you're just not able to declare who you are, what you want, where, when you want it. There's like a hesitancy to do this. There's a disconnection with that type of energy, and you're kind of still independent. There's still that. You're still whoever you are. You still have a well-structured identity. People still recognize Leo as Leo, but Leo's, the fire is down. It's not out, it's down. Yeah? We got to throw some logs on that fire, right? We got to stoke the flames. Well, we don't have to, but I think that would be something that you're considering, as it's right there across from that Seven of Pentacles, is, man, my fire's dying down. I should do something about that, but then you don't do anything about it. Or whatever you're doing isn't increasing your fire. And so you're just like, huh, that's strange. I don't feel as, turned on. I don't feel as fired up about things, or I don't feel as passionate as I did however long ago. And so you're kind of like stumped in a way. What should I do? How can I do it? I don't know. And you're pondering. There's a pondering in the Seven of Pentacles. And so I definitely feel this is you. I don't really feel this is another person. You might. Okay, there we go. I'm like, they whenever they do this, they're like giving me the but. So the but is, you could be dealing with someone. I did say boss, and I was like, not boss, but it could be someone, your employer, who maybe you work closely with. Like, I feel that these energies are close. That's why I'm saying it's probably you, Leo. But for those where this is like in another person, it could be someone you work closely with or you live with, maybe in a domestic situation, your father, your husband. It doesn't have to be a man, but there is an older masculine energy. For those where this is a external person, and they might be off their game, and that might give you some sense of insecurity, or give you some sense of pause, or what's going on here, right? That's specifically for people who have an intimate, close relationship with someone external to them. If you're not here thinking about other people, you don't care, then just apply that to yourself. But there is this turning down of a fire, reduction in a flame, reduction in passion and drive and determination. Wind knocked out of the sails, basically, okay? And so then below him, the Emperor, we get this Two of Swords energy. Ay, ay, ay. Contemplative. Again, a lot of contemplation here on the board for you, Leo. A lot of thoughts, a lot of rumination. And it's, in the Pentacles, Cups, and now Swords, in all facets of your being, your emotional state, your mental state, the contemplation and the consideration that you put into your external space. Everything is being evaluated. Everything is being looked at. And not necessarily looked at with any, like I said, any action behind it. It's just looking. I'm just watching. I'm just waiting. I'm just observing. So Two of Swords, mental capacities, how you think, how you communicate. I feel there's a pause there, or there's a, I'm not going to say anything until someone else says something. I'm not going to do anything, or I'm not going to, it's immobile. And, swords can talk about action, so we can put that here. So, but there's just immobile. Not going forwards, not going backwards. Kind of holding ground and waiting for something. This woman under the moon there, she's waiting for something. Are you waiting for a person? Are you waiting for news, communication, maybe? If the Emperor is an external person, are you waiting for the Emperor to get his shit together so that you can do what you need to do? If that's your partner, your boss, your father, I don't know, whoever. Oh. And being that it's next to your Eight of Cups position, I think that whatever I said before, what was I saying? I said that this guy previously kind of had it all, right? That Eight of Cups, you, for a while, at some point previous to now, Leo, you had felt some type of fulfillment and contentment. Now you don't. And now, because you're spending a lot of time ruminating on that, not really moving away from that space, you kind of paralyze yourself. You make yourself immobile. Yeah? Because you're thinking so much. Because you're feeling so much and not really knowing what to do with all these feelings. Not really able to discern what needs to be let go of, what needs to be thrown out, what needs to be moved away from, and what needs to be taken with you into the future, you know? Oh, what else with this? Because I feel there's something else. What else here? I get a waiting. Some of you are waiting for something. Like waiting for a person, waiting for some type of news or communication, waiting for a change. Perhaps you're waiting on yourself. Maybe Leo, you know, I'm in my not so great phase. I'm in my, you know, super reflective, pensive phase. And one day I'm just going to snap out of it. So maybe you're waiting on yourself. Maybe you're waiting for your own attitude or perspective, or, you know, like I said up here, your fire to come back. And what I was saying earlier, I meant that. I really feel that the message is, Leo, it's fine to wait, but you need to do something, like one thing more, just a little more effort, and then we will see the fire reignited, is kind of how it feels. And that's not going to apply to everybody. But I feel it's a good majority of the Leo population that I'm talking to needs to do like a little more effort. Yeah? Little less rumination, little less, you know, worry or pondering the past, a little less of that. Just a little more, and then you'll get what you want, or you'll see the change that you're desiring, or you'll be able to sort of get back to square one if that's what you need. Okay? Wow. Interesting. Over here, what's this? Who's this? What's this? What is this? Who it is? For some of you? Okay. Wow. Okay. So for some of you, and this makes sense down here, because I said you're waiting. Why are you waiting? Who are you waiting on? Some of you are waiting on a Queen of Cups. Oh my God, with this camera and the color changing, what is that about? I have not touched the settings on this camera. Mercury, I hate you. Listen, I gotta look at these settings. That's crazy. All right, so Queen of Cups. Some of you are waiting on a Queen of Cups. Water sign, energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it does not have to be one of those signs. But the energy of this person is very watery right now. This person, male or female, really. But if I'm honest, it feels very feminine, okay? So for a lot of you, it will be a woman, but it still could be a man. He's just in his watery feminine energy at the time. You desire this person, and they desire you for the most part, okay? I feel that this is a reciprocal, we should get together, we should talk, we should meet, we should reconnect, we should do whatever, yeah? It feels very mutual. It feels very like reflected back to you. But for some reason, there's a disconnect here. As much as the intention is to connect, as much as the let's meet up, have coffee, let's take a meeting, you know, whatever it is on both sides, there is some kind of between you, some type of snip, a cut line, a cut cord between you. Yeah? For some, it could be like a motherly figure or a maternal figure, a nurturer of some type. So a mentor, a therapist, maybe something like that. And you're just not on the same page right now. You're not able to communicate right now. You're not able to meet up right now, etc., etc. This person cares about you. You care about them. Like, it's very deep what this is. But it's cut. It's there's a block, there's a cut, there's a separation. There's something that this person that you want to be close with, that you want to talk to, just is not right now. No, not right now. It's kind of what it feels. And maybe that's what you're getting. You know, maybe you're reaching out to this person and they say to you, not right now, or I can't make it, or oh, I don't have time on my calendar, whatever they're saying. Oh, that's interesting. And it comes on this line where we were talking about the waiting, talking about the rumination, and not moving away. And maybe that's what this is. You know, for a lot of you, maybe this is, you know, anchored on a person that is special to you in some way. Can't get close to them, they're busy, you're busy, whatever. And so you're like, oh man, I was so much happier, or I felt so much better when I was able to regularly meet up with this person, communicate with this person, share with this person, you know, whatever. And now you're just like, man, I really, because like, look, in front of him, it's like this one cup, going back here really quickly, this one cup. And he's just like, oh man, that one cup. And it's just like, wow, there's a real fixation on what you had, particularly for many of you with one specific person. Man, what did I have with that person? It was great. I want that back. And because you want that back so much, and because you want them back so much, or you want to reestablish something with them, whatever it is, and you know, and I think some of you are like going to resent me saying, you want them back so much. Number one, if that's true, don't lie to yourself. And number two, just because you want someone back or some type of relationship to be reestablished, I feel many of you would be challenged, or perhaps you're being challenged on the external, like I was talking about with that emperor. Other people are like getting in your ear, is like, I think there is this idea of relinquishing or losing yourself within this dynamic with this person. That applies to somebody. Like you're being criticized, or you're criticizing yourself. I'm losing myself because I'm so fixated on this person. And I don't feel that's the case, because this person is not here as a succubus taking in your energy and taking in your whatever you're giving to them and not giving it back. I think that they regularly gave it back, or they, given the opportunity, would give it back. Okay? So anyway, continuing back with what I was going to say. So along this line, we're thinking back on this connection with this person, yeah? Whoever they are to you, it's going to be various, okay? It's going to be varied between this audience. And because you're thinking back so much to this person, you're not acting. You're not moving on, you're not making plans, you're not making decisions, whatever. Oh, God. Is this anything else? Because that was really like, and I normally don't get that, especially with a general reading, it's so fixated on one person or one storyline or one possibility. What if this is not a person? Let me see. Then it would be yourself, right? It would be, I haven't been as available to other people. I haven't been as nurturing or kind to other people. I haven't been myself, basically. So there's this idea of feeling detached from the more tender and effusive and sympathetic and empathetic parts of yourself, Leo. Yeah? Anything else? Okay, and then we have to come back to the person. And if it's not a person, apply it to yourself. This person or this energy uncharacteristically wants to communicate, wants to reach out, wants to offer. Because queens receive. They don't offer. They receive, right? It's their natural position as a queen is to receive. But I feel that the vex here, or the complication here, is that this queen, on their end, is being pushed to act when they don't want to act. Is being encouraged to do more, say more, when they don't want to do those things. They're not confident in doing those things. They're afraid to do those things. They're being, like I said, there is a detachment, and I can't really get into it because the time is running, but there is this attachment to the Emperor from the Queen of Cups. You know, they're corners, right? So the corners, not always, but for me, often do communicate with one another. And for some of you, there's a Queen of Cups person who, if you're the Emperor, doesn't feel they will be received. Because the Emperor, in this position, little ornery, right? Irritable, okay? Not compassionate, as much as the Emperor can be compassionate, right? Just there's a feeling of, if I approach the Emperor, Leo, in this reversed Emperor position, I'll be rejected. I'm trying to make amends with Leo, but Leo won't take my amends. This is their perception. A lot of this is perception. Yours and somebody else's now. Impasse, right? Unfortunately. Miscommunication, perhaps. No communication in some cases. And I think you both, Leo, are not understanding the other. I think you're not really sure what the hell to do anyway. So you're just kind of lost in your own business. You're just like, what? And this person is like, I should, or considering maybe I should talk, maybe I should move towards Leo, maybe I should make, apologies, or maybe I should see if they're doing anything, if they're busy, do they want to meet up, do they want to talk? And they're saying shoulda, or maybe, and they're like doing that, and you're just like kind of doing it the same, but it's all over the place, right? Interesting. Okay, let's get the last one. Let's try and wrap this up. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, right above Ms. Queen of Cups there, can be a male, but I did the whole spiel earlier. 4 cups. So, a little bit of agony, if I'm honest, emotional agony again with the cups, yeah, and feeling distraught, feeling without purpose. I don't know about purpose. Feeling constricted or stuck or not able to move. Again, not able to move, not able to decide, not able to focus, not able to get balanced or feel balanced. Yeah? Coming on top of that Queen of Cups. A lot of that is that person or that energy or however that belongs to this person, this 4 of Cups. Just, like I said, agonizing. That hand on the head, maybe some headaches, maybe some migraines, maybe not feeling well physically, health-wise, okay? And not recognizing the opportunities and the chances, because that's what the 4 of Cups really is about in the traditional Rider-Waite, right? Is that there's a chance, an opportunity, there's a door to be walked through. There's something that you can do or that you can seize upon, that will alleviate your problems or alleviate your boredom or your dissatisfaction. But there's a reluctance or an inability to recognize that opportunity. Mostly this person, whoever Queen of Cups is, they're not able to see the chance, to see the opportunity, to come towards you, Leo, or to, if you're the one doing the action, maybe eventually this will just, turn into action for you, even though I don't see it. They don't see it. You don't see it also, because it's, we're on this line up here where I'm not looking, I'm looking, but I have no fire behind me. I've got no passion behind me. I have no, kind of, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but like the intention is not really there. When the Emperor is in his upright position, he has all the intents and he's clear about his intentions. So if you do have intentions, you might have unclear intentions. Okay? And that would apply to you too, Leo, a little bit. But I feel it's mostly going to be, this 4 of Cups, excuse me, is mostly belonging to the Queen of Cups. A lot of water, between these two cards. Obviously 2 cup cards, but I'm telling you, this person, if they're not a water sign, they're deep in their emotions, deep in the feels. Deep in the feels. And the irony is, well, not the irony, but the challenge, I suppose, is the offer towards the Queen of Cups. Again, the offer, meaning something or someone or, you know, the universe, God, whatever you think or believe in or don't believe in, would be offering something to this person. But the offer, which you need to receive, again, as a queen, you need to receive offers. The offer is to act. And that's where we're having the issue. Okay? You can have what you want, Queen of Cups. Hand coming out from the universe or whatever serendipitous way it manifests in the real world. The chance to do it is there. But this person then would have to act upon the offer. They would have to initiate something. And that's where we have ooh, I don't know about this, or oh no, I can't do that right now, is kind of what I'm feeling. Again, that's also an issue for someone, or you or them or whoever. Not right now. That's the issue. Not right now. Okay. Wow, Leo, this is, God, I was hoping that we would not have something like this after the retrograde, but here we are. Okay. Now the outcome. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my God, my throat is going. Why? I apologize. Excuse me. Now the outcome. What? The irony of this is picking this up, and it's the King of Swords. And now my throat goes. Like, while I'm holding this, what is this? Please be normal. Okay, it's semi-normal now. Okay. So this thing with the, what? Okay, let me first on. King of Swords, we're talking about communication. We're talking about being really direct with communication, yeah? Air sign energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy for, wow, I apologize. It's so rude to be doing this. And I don't have my water next to me because I didn't really plan too well. Anyway, all right, I think I'm coming back. Okay, I think I'm good. All right, so King of Swords, yeah? Direct communication, clear communication, and very, you know, after analysis, after putting all the objective thought or the being open to objectivity, the King of Swords, you know, he's the master of clear thinking, of analytical thinking, of brilliant mind. He's like a beautiful mind or something like that. You know, maybe not literally what happens in that movie, but, and it's truth, yeah? It's always about truth. It's always about clarity with the King of Swords. Could be you, could be someone else. I think it might be mostly you, Leo. I think you're seeking to get to this place. I want to get to this place where I just know what I know. I feel what I feel, and I can articulate it, because that's the thing. The King of Swords is a great producer of communication. He's a great, like I said, a brilliant thinker, beautiful mind, wonderful writer, just having all the tip-top conditions when it comes to communication. Yeah? Speaks well, writes well. How else do you communicate? Sign, you know, foreign languages, sign language, whatever. Yeah, it's just like, and there's a great ownership in this energy, because nobody can take away what he knows about himself. I don't, oof. And also, Leo, there is like a this need or this desire to declare yourself, to speak who you are into existence, or to affirm who you are to anyone who doubts you. King of Swords would allow you to do that. I think that's what you want. I think you want to be able to say clearly, I am this, blah, blah, blah. This is what I believe. This is what I feel. This is what I think. And if anyone here is a detractor, anybody here is skeptical of that, not see me outside, but, see me in the library. Like, we can have a discussion about it. We can have discourse about it, because I'm telling you, this is what I think. This is what I feel. This is what I believe. And if you don't believe me, not that you're trying to convince anybody, it's just you're not backing down. This is not an energy of, oh, well, because you are criticizing me, or because you're skeptical, or because you're challenging me, I'm just going to bend to your will. No. This is fortitude of mind, fortitude of speech, okay? Stakes in the ground, declarative statements. And coming, oh boy, interesting. Okay, yeah. Overall energy, Hangman. Oh boy. So, secondary card of Pisces, number 1. And as your overall energy, it's really surmising what we talked about, especially in these 4 cards, where I think you're primarily located in these 4 cards, Leo. This has been a practice. This has been a challenge. This has been in a phase of you to just chill out as best as you can chill out, Leo, which is a challenge. Okay, coming out of that retrograde, Piscean energy here. Retrograde was in Pisces, moon in Pisces at some point. Someone's in Pisces. Pisces. Might be a Pisces around you who's significant. But more than anything, during that period, coming out of March, this lingers in your life coming into April. Like I said, shadow period is until, or maybe I didn't say, but the shadow period of Mercury retrograde lasts until the mid-month of April. So, it's like the greasy film, the greasy layer, the whatever of that period is still here for you, Leo. And the Hangman is really about relinquishing control, which is the Emperor in reverse. No control, or very little control, or feeling out of touch with what it means to have control. Releasing control. Kind of accepting all of this is also here with that Hangman energy. Accepting the 7 of Pentacles, accepting the 8 of Cups, accepting the 2 of Swords. The Hangman is in this receptive, open energy of just, best way I can describe it at the moment, passive reflection or imposed reflection. Because Leo, let me tell you, I think your natural inclination is to do none of this shit. I don't want to rest. I don't want to reflect for this long of a period of time, okay? I don't want to be without control. I don't want to overanalyze and agonize and not be able to recognize the things around me that I should appreciate. I want to be aware of what I have and know what I need to do to get more of what I want. I don't want to be stuck emotionally on a person or on a situation that at one point did satisfy me, but now doesn't. And I don't want to be without action. I don't want to be unable to take action. I want to be in control. And to have this as the overall, which says, no, Leo, no control for you, takes away your control or tells you to put it down and put it to the side. No, you really don't like this. You're like really resentful of this. You're very rejecting of this in some way, but it's a major arcana. Like I said, with the retrograde, it happened anyway. As much as you may have fought against it, struggling against it, it happened. It's on you. It's in your life. It's a greasy film that has yet to dissipate. Sorry to burst your bubble, basically. Oh, man. Interesting. Wow, that's interesting. Leo. I mean, If this was a personal, I would continue. I would clarify some things, but it's a general, so I'm not, because I just don't do that. So that's the reading, Leo. Did you like it? I'm not sure what you could like about this, but hopefully it gave you some kind of clarity. If it did, there's the like button down below. If it resonated with you, if you saw yourself here, if you saw characters in your life here, you can write about that in the comments section. I love to read about it. And of course, you can share this, share this video across your social media platforms. That would be great. Helps my channel grow. And finally, of course, subscriptions. If you want to subscribe to my channel, there's a subscription button down below. You click it, click the bell so you're notified of all the uploads that I do throughout the month. And yeah, doing all that stuff is amazing, guys. It really keeps me in the ether here on YouTube. YouTube analyzes everything with their, you know, incredible AIs and all that kind of stuff. So if you like, share, subscribe, and comment, doing all of that stuff lets YouTube know, hey, we should promote this channel. We should get these videos in circulation, okay? So if you want to support me in that way, I appreciate it so, so much, all right? I'll be back to do mid-months for April. I'm definitely going to do mid-months. I know I am. So I will see you guys then. Take care. Bye.